Today, we are going to talk about what happened in finale episode 6 of Dr. Brain. Get subscribed and turn on the bell notification to get notified whenever a new episode is out. Suwon is inside his wife Jae's brain as she lies in her coma, with a little help from rogue researcher Namil Hong, who's monitoring their respective heart rates. Suwon has come for answers, but his wife wants some too. She doesn't know why she's in a coma, for instance. They engage in a short conversation, but she gets conscious enough of her situation to realize she doesn't want to live like this anymore and gives up. Suwon launches himself out of the sink to try and save her, but he realizes what she's trying to do. Sinking with the living is an unstable process. Sinking with the dead, however, is not. Kangmu gives him the idea. Suwon went into cardiac arrest when sinking with Kangmu and, though it almost killed him, he can now see and talk to Kangmu like he's his imaginary friend. Maybe he can pull off the same alchemy with Jae. It's in this second, more successful sink that Suwon discovers something about his wife. Turns out she was spying on the clinic where she took Doyeon, Jong Seon, and where she met Junki Lim, Kim Joo-hun. She suspected her son wasn't really dead, so she went to the Myeong clinic to investigate. And when she thought she saw him, the doctors all gaslit her and sent her on her way. But not before making a mental note to silence her before her ravings and paranoia gave up the clinic's whole operation. Dr. Myeong's secretary arrived later that day to fill Jae with pills and make it look like a suicide. But not before she put a USB drive with information she stole from the clinic in a safe place. Suwon, with the help of Namil, who has switched sides, finds the pen drive that Jae hid before she lost consciousness and learns the location where Doyeon is most likely kept. Along with Lieutenant Jian, they infiltrate the facility and realize that Dr. Myeong's associates are already starting the procedure. After Suwon saves Doyeon and reunites with him with Jae's help, they escape Suwon's mind together as the machine that Dr. Myeong and his team built starts to break down. In the final sequence of the first season, Suwon leaves his son's room after the latter falls asleep, and is then confronted by Dr. Myeong. Dr. Myeong is quite sick and uses a wheelchair in the real world. But the man in front of Suwon is standing on his feet, albeit with the help of a cane, just like he did when they met earlier when their brains were synced. Dr. Myeong asks Suwon what took him so long. The episode ends as Suwon tries to attack Dr. Myeong, but the latter raises his hand. The implication is that he has somehow brought the powers from when their brains were synced to the real world. Dr. Myeong is probably yet another manifestation in Suwon's mind because of the sync. Earlier, it was revealed that Dr. Myeong was still alive even though his consciousness basically withered away following his confrontation with Suwon. He probably died afterward, but what's more important here is that this is the first time Suwon successfully synced his brain with those of two other persons who were neither dead nor in a vegetative state. This is uncharted territory in Suwon's research, so it bounds to produce surprising results. So, it's possible that this manifestation of Dr. Myeong possessing his powers from before is just the natural progression of the brain syncing method that Suwon has developed. With Junki and Taegu, he can access their memories. He can use Mika's feline abilities when he is in danger. And the syncing was so effective with Kangmu and Jae that they manifest before him. But Dr. Myeong has emerged along with his powers. This can potentially give Suwon access to the said powers in future seasons. Another explanation of Dr. Myeong appearing in Suwon's home at the end is that the latter is still trapped within his mind. So that makes everything that happened in the show after he seemingly rescues his son figments of false experiences that his brain has conjured up. This theory gives an easy explanation of Dr. Myeong's powers. If Suwon is still trapped inside his mind, and Dr. Myeong somehow is still there, it's not improbable for the latter to have access to his powers from before. However, this theory quickly loses ground when one considers that there are scenes between the facility sequence and end sequence in which Suwon is absent and involves other characters, so he couldn't possibly have made them up. So, he isn't trapped inside his mind, and what's happening to him most likely involves his ability to manifest those with whom he has synced his brain. Thanks for watching till the end, do like and leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.